Hey everyone, welcome back. The Motivational Professor here. Let's start breaking down crude oil. So we had this low right over here that was made, okay? And then we've also have, let's put another one here. We came down to this low right here. Now, if we drop a Fibonacci level, and we are in the 1 hour chart here, okay? Let's see a couple of different things happening here. Number one is we're going to zoom in here, right? We saw price definitely came into that nice 78.6 area, and it reacted very nicely as we kind of head back up. Now, as we can see right here, okay, on the 1 hour, and this is what I love about the fib levels as well, they kind of create these zones for us automatically. So let me grab let's do a rectangle just so you can kind of see it a little bit better, right? Right up here in this area, okay, we can see where there's traffic, and that's going to align perfectly right here, right, with that zero of the fib level. So, you know, by all intents and purposes, we should be heading up there. If we do a fib level now from the top here to the bottom level, okay, now we can see that we kind of rejected that 78.6, right? So, you know, it'll be interesting to see with oil this morning if we are going to stay in somewhat of a minor consolidation. But either way, here are the plays for the rest of the week. We're going to go off of this zone here. Let's call it 71.72, okay? If we see price kind of do a close above, okay, and then come back down toward this area, and I'm going to show you an example in just a minute, then we can expect price to continue climbing back up towards this next fib level at about 72.49, okay? And if you look over here, you kind of want to look at something like this. Let's do another circle real quick. If we're going to kind of see, you know, we're looking for a break and retest like this. Okay, so we're looking for this to happen if we get that break over here in this area. Okay, now if we happen to come back down, then, you know, the next area I would begin to look at would be price. Again, if we're looking at the, let's grab a brush. I'm sorry, I don't know where all my tools went this morning, but let's grab a brush. Okay, so we can still see here that, you know, we came up, we had a retracement, right, about that 78.6. So by all intents and purposes, we should continue going up. So this is going to be our first key level, you know, right in here that we have to obviously pay attention to. Okay, let me move this back down. Here we go. So this is going to be the main area. Now, if we reject this 71.78 area or not, then we have to obviously consider coming back down to see if we make a lower low. So we're looking at something like this. If we reject this, to possibly come down back to the 61.8 area and see what happens. Now, if you notice here, we might be in this little phase of consolidation right here, right? So we just kind of might be bouncing in these areas for a little bit as we move forward with crude oil. So let me get rid of this circle, and then we're going to do our final analysis here. So that's kind of what we're looking at there, okay? If we kind of grab a trend line just to kind of get an idea, right? We see here that price really, you know, there's been a tap there and there's been a tap there. So we've had two touches now on that trend line. Let me change the color. Let's make it something a little bit brighter. Okay, we've seen there. We started here. We had a wick here. And now if this wick holds, we had another wick there. So again, if we break this trend line and we close above, we're going to see price definitely come back up. If the morning equities open rejects that trend line, then we should be coming back down towards this area. So for me personally, I'm going to wait. We also have crude oil that's happening. Okay, we have crude oil news at 10:30 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. Okay, so obviously keep that in mind for the rest of the day as well, that we do have crude oil news at 10:30 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. So I don't see a lot of movement possibly until then. We will see a push in one direction or another at the equities open. So for me personally, I'm going to wait. If oil drops to a lower price point down in this area, then I'm going to be buying. If it takes off from here, then oh well, I'll wait for my next possible entry. Okay, hope you got some value. If you enjoyed this video, definitely consider hitting the like button. If you're brand new, subscribe. We'd love to have you. Check out our members area as well. And if you have any questions or you want any specific chart analyzed, please drop it down below in the comments, and I'll get that chart out to you as quickly as possible. All right, thanks for watching, and happy trading.